Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I'm shocked at the shock. I can't believe that we are here and people are shocked. Every person, or I don't want to offend anybody, but almost every person on the other side of the aisle voted for the stimulus bill that had the provision in that protected, authorized, and allowed these bonuses, and today they're shocked. When Adam and Eve were expelled from the Garden of Eden, they were then pictured with fig leaves. The bill that they want to bring today isn't a fig leaf, it's a fig tree. Now, Ross Perot, when he ran for president in 1992, he talked about the giant sucking sound. Well, today there's another giant sucking sound going on in Washington, D.C., and that's the tightening of sphincters on both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue as people are having to explain who put into the stimulus bill this provision of law. And specifically, it's Title VII, Section 111, Paragraph 3, little I, that basically said that the bonuses that were paid out that people are shocked about today were protected and would not be touched. Now, I think people have to man up around here and admit responsibility, and I am happy. Mr. Speaker, how much more time do I have?
Minute and a half.
I'm happy to yield my minute and a half to anybody on the other side of the aisle who can tell us who was in the room, who took out the Wyden-Snow Amendment that prohibited this executive compensation and inserted Section 111, subparagraph 3, little I. Anybody. Who did it? Was it some staffer? We see a senator on the other side of the Capitol blaming it on the Treasury Secretary. We see the Treasury Secretary blaming the Senate. And last time I checked, the Secretary of the Treasury doesn't have legislative authority. He didn't write it. Who wrote it? What I do know is that we told you. How can you give us 90 minutes to read a piece of legislation that's over 1,000 pages long? He said, who needs to read the legislation? Well, apparently, today, when the chickens have come home to roost, and we've read the legislation, and the Democratic majority and the Democratic administration authorized AIG employees, 73 of them, to get over $1 million, today they're embarrassed. And their response? It's a typical Democratic response. Let's tax people. It's unconstitutional what they want to do. It's wrong what they want to do. And if we let the majority of this House that does not believe in transparency, that made us vote on a bill after giving us 90 minutes to read it, that is now embarrassed by the firestorm that's been created and the finger-pointing that they're now engaging in, we shouldn't be here. Yield back.
I'm going to yield back his time.